Hey everybody, Dr. Pancake Face here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to get the right engine on Big Oil Day 2 every single time. Now, it may seem a little bit complicated at first, and it did to me when I first started playing this level, but once you figured it out, it's fairly simple. It's not that bad. So, we need to find 3 different pieces of information before we pick up an engine. Now, first, we need a notepad. The notepad is going to tell us what type of fuel we're using. It's either going to tell us nitrogen, deuterium, or helium. And then on the whiteboard at the bottom of the stairs, as soon as you come into the lab, on that whiteboard is going to be which fuel corresponds to which colored tank. Now, the colored tank that you're looking for is going to be leaned down on its side at about a maybe 40, 35 degree angle. The big one that you see standing up, that's the hydrogen. We'll get to that one in just a second. But for the fuel, you want to look for the colored tank that's going to be leaning down. That one's going to be the fuel. Next, we need to find a clipboard. The clipboard is going to have a little H on it and possibly a number, possibly nothing. If it's just got an H on it, then we want to find that big blue tank that I told you about that had the hydrogen in it. We want to find that with 1 cord coming out of it. If it's got a 2 next to the H, then we want to find one of those big helium tanks with 2 cords coming out of it. And if it's got a 3 next to the H, we want to find a tank with 3 cords coming out of it. Okay, so that is the color of the tank and the hydrogen. Those are the 2 easiest ones. The next one's going to take a little bit of math. So, on the computers, in the top right corner there is going to be a number next to a sign. That number is the PSI, and it's either going to have a greater than or less than sign next to it. And that is going to tell us what the PSI of the engine is. Now, there's a little gauge that you'll find on the engine. That gauge is what is going to be the bars gauge. Now, you kind of got to do a little bit of math here. You got to convert the PSI into bars. And that will tell you what you're looking for, and then based off of the greater than or equal to or the less than or equal to number, you can plug that onto, or you can compare that to the gauge, find the right one with the right gauge setting, the right colored tank, and the right number of hoses coming out of the hydrogen tank, and you have found your engine. That thing's really heavy, takes a long time to carry out, and it takes a long time for Bane to test it. So you definitely want to get the right one on the first try. So I've gone over what we're looking for. Let's jump on in and take a look at the info that's on the map. Okay, so let's head on into the lab and take a look at what we're working with here. Don't need that. Okay. So here's the whiteboard I was telling you about, and we got nitrogen, deuterium, and helium, and the corresponding colors of the can. And that is going to be, see how this one's yellow? It's leaning to the side. That one, that's the helium. And then we've got yellow, that one's leaning to the side there. This one is, that's nitrogen, and then the blue can would be deuterium, leaning to the side like that. Okay, so here we got the notepad. We've got deuterium as the fuel. So that is a blue can. We're looking for a blue can. We got blue can, and what else we got over here? Oh, blue can. So 4 of them. Not too bad. Ah, here we go. Here's the clipboard. We've got hydrogen times 3. So we're looking for a blue can with 3 hydrogen cords coming off. This one has 2 hydrogen cords. Blue can. What is this one? This one's blue can, 1 hydrogen cord. Ooh, narrowing it down. Here's here's blue can, 3 hydrogen. What's this other one have? Here it is. This one also has 3 hydrogen. Here we go. Here's the computer. Now this one says greater than 5,783 PSI. Now if you don't want to alt-tab and you want to try and do this in your head, well, bam, here's the formula right here on this other computer. We have got 10 PSI equals 0.7 bars, which comes out to be 398 bars. So we are looking for greater than or equal to 398. This gauge, that looks like it's less than 398. This one is way the fuck over 398. We got our blue bottle, and we have our 3 cords coming out of the hydrogen can. Looks like this is it. So let's go find out.
Dr. Fantastic, you guys sure are smart.
And there we go.
Now make it out of there. Chopper's in
Got the right engine. First try. Not too bad. Only took them half an hour to inspect it. But yeah, that's how you do it. You just gotta find the clipboard, you gotta find the notepad, you gotta find the computer with the PSI on it. And I did almost forget to mention, the clipboard and the notepad, they don't always spawn in the lab. Sometimes
luck, everybody.
they can spawn back here. Like, you'll find them on this sometimes. I've seen them sitting around on desks. Yeah, they don't always spawn in the lab. And sometimes when they do spawn in the lab, it's so dark on that table for some reason that you can't see it. So, it is a good idea to have a flashlight. Just makes things a little bit easier. But yeah, I think that about does it for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video to be helpful, go on ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later.